When you are a parent to a child with ADHD, most likely you have found yourself in the vicious cycle of constantly over-prompting your child. Chances are you are following them around all morning to get them to school on time with lots of arguments, yelling, screaming, and name-calling. And even at nighttime, you're doing every single thing you can to get them to bed on time. And of course, there's always homework. Every single day, homework is a fight with lots of yelling, with very little work actually getting done. Parents fall into these traps with the best of intentions to get their child to be able to get tasks done, keep them on time, and make sure they are being productive and successful. But we have to remember, with the ADHD brain, you are having the opposite effect. The over-prompting is feeding into the negative cycle of negative attention seeking and learned helplessness. The ADHD child is pulling you in and using your constant attention as ways to avoid tasks. And one very important hard truth for parents to really reflect and accept is that it gets to the point where you're no longer just over-prompting, you are nagging your child. And they are taking it as nagging, they are taking it as annoyance, and all of the constant verbal prompting and following them around is dysregulating them further. When it comes to parenting a child with ADHD and executive functioning challenges, there is nothing more important than developing independent skills. At the end of the day, the most simple way to put it is you want to decrease prompt dependence on adults and increase independence. That is the best way to strengthen executive functioning, because that is strengthening executive functioning. Kids need to be able to initiate, persist, and complete non-preferred, non-screen-based tasks on their own without adult assistance. And this is never going to happen unless parents stop, reflect, and do the very hard task, very difficult and stressful task of fading back. Parents need to learn to approach their child and state what needs to be done one time and end the conversation. Many parents get pulled in when kids say no, or I don't care if I'm late for school, or I'm not going to bed, or I don't have any homework, I'm not doing anything, or they get lost on their screens. So parents get pulled into a child's non-compliance or their negative attention seeking, and it creates a highly stimulating argument that allows the child to keep attention on them and avoid the task. When you have a child with executive functioning challenges, you have to set boundaries and you have to make your expectations clear. Walking in with an authoritative voice of what needs to be done and then removing yourself from the environment will help get things done, but it's not easy.